welcome back
to
another edition of Roast Beef and Bagels.
Yeah.
And as you can hear in our live studio, there's some construction or something going on, or landscaping.
And happy Independence Day.
Yes, happy 4th of July. Let's not forget what this is all about on the 4th of July, our freedom, and what many people have done to get to this point, which I think gets overlooked by today's youth, especially.
Our forefathers were gangsters.
And yeah, I mean, those times, people, if you look, maybe they say weren't exactly civil on the way things were done, but those actions led to today's freedoms and stuff that other countries wish they had. That's why they all want to migrate here and come here. So let's not forget what it really means. And remember, freedom is technically not free,
right? Especially
with all the lives that were at risk.
And dude, I got a story ready.
Oh.
This is about the forefathers, because most people don't understand. I have a tattoo. It says 3%. I don't think people understand what it means, but I'm going to try to explain it to you. So at the time when we were trying to get our independence, England was like 150 million Navy SEALs. They were the strongest power in the world. But only 3% of America fought them and won. 3%. That's all it was. That's incredible. It's not 3% of today's population, bro. It's 3% of like Brooklyn, the population in Brooklyn right now. You know, so that's how strong and that's how much our forefathers fought for our freedoms.
Wow.
There was no liberals back then.
No. Definitely a different breed of people. I was going to say, if the 3%ers of today, yesteryear, would probably wipe out
they'd be on
today.
They'd be on the White House lawn about 20 years ago being, what the fuck are you doing taxing this shit over us?
I mean,
they started a revolt over taxing tea. Now they tax us everything. Could you imagine? Hamilton and all those guys would be pissed off right now, bro.
I mean, there definitely at times were different and things have definitely changed. I mean, some changed for the better, right? It evolved into some good stuff. Some changed not for the better in a lot of ways. I mean, you think about the freedoms of today give these hypocrites I don't know if luxury is the right word, but the option of burning American flag with no repercussions, right? I mean, you think about it. The past, the people put their lives on the line, died
for that flag,
and for the flag and what it represented. And then you got these morons today in the streets burning it and spitting on it. Yet they want the luxuries
of living here,
and the comfort and the freedoms of America, but you have no respect for it, which can tie into recently the bombings,
right? In
Iran.
We didn't talk about it last week.
No,
we completely fucking
so much to talk about. But I mean, that's still going on too, and the way these liberals are protesting it, and I just read today. I didn't know, and I was telling the beef, John Cusack. I think I said his last name right. An actor, fairly well known. I don't know if we want to consider him an A-list.
Yeah, he's not a Pacino,
maybe B+ list. You know, he's been in some good movies. I didn't realize he was such an extreme leftist. He is hoping Iran. I'm going to misquote everything probably, but in the summary of it is he hopes Iran has nuclear weapons to defend themselves against the U.S. and Israel.
So I don't know if you guys understand, especially the younger generation, and unfortunately, guys like JNN, now a friend, they literally chant "Death to America" on a regular basis. Yeah. The other thing I want you to tell, I didn't tell you this because we didn't speak about it, but if you look online, you can look online, the Iranian people, the normal Iranian people, are happy that we bombed them. They're in other countries protesting that we should bomb them again. Their own people.
Well, I mean, any normal person wouldn't want to live under a terrorist control, right? And I mean, you think about it, I don't know, a lot of the world and society is really like lost their marbles with a lot, like here, even in New York. I mean, I know we're jumping a little bit, but this guy Mondi, I mean, if he wins this election, I mean, you know, everyone says, oh, you're doomed, there's trouble. I mean, no, that's serious trouble. He's self-proclaimed. He calls himself a democratic socialist. But it's really communism, what he wants to do.
Well, did you hear what he said the other day? So he came out, I'm pretty sure you could find it. It's online. he came out and a reporter said to him, people say you're a communist. How do you feel about that? And he goes, oh, I'm not a communist. I just believe that the government should control the ways and means of the environment. If you look up what the communist is, that's the exact fucking definition.
That's the definition.
It's crazy, dude.
So people, but like I said in our last episode, people don't really know what they're voting for. They think things are cool to vote for. Oh, let's get this, Muslim guy in, or this black guy in, or this transgender guy in.
You fucking morons.
You gotta vote policy. I don't care about the person, what you are, what color, what gender you think you are or you think you're not. Right. If you got good policy for the American people, and listen, the bulk of society is not the elite rich billionaires or the extremely poor. It's that middle working class, which most of us, well, it's getting harder to be a middle class person. It's really going to be poor and wealthy. I mean, I think it's going to boil down because they're banging that, the taxes over the heads of the working class, right? Because you think about it, the working class is what's keeping the economy afloat, right? Rich people, they don't got to work. Right, they made their money and they reinvested, and it continues to grow for them. Where the working class are the people keeping those rich people afloat, right? Because we're the ones making their business run and function and all that other stuff. But it's getting harder and harder. The working class is the backbone of America, and
we have less and less workers now too. They were saying a couple of weeks ago, I was watching Channel 4, I think it was, just basic news, and they were saying that people in this generation, I don't even know what the generation is anymore. Generation fucking Z, whatever the fuck it is.
There's a new, I don't know what the new one is.
They're saying that they're not really starting their lives until almost 30. They're not having kids until like 35. I mean, that's a big difference. I mean, not too far from us. I'm just saying a 10-year difference. You start getting, when we used to get married, you try to get married around 25, 27. They're not getting married until they're 30, 33, and they're not having kids until they're 35, 38. I mean, that's a huge difference. That's a lot. That once they don't want to work, they live with their families. It's crazy, bro.
On the marriage topic too, most Americans now are only having, like, American families only having like one child.
Yeah, because they can't afford it.
You can't afford it. Maybe two at the most. But I mean, again, not like stereotyping, but you see like the illegal immigrants come in. They have 5, 6, 7.
Because we're paying for them. We can't pay for our own.
Because the government gives them the handouts, and they're not working at all, and our tax money is funding that. And I mean, it's not being a racist or anything. It's just the way it is. I mean,
and no more handouts too. Did you see the big, beautiful bill had some things in it? Yeah, passed. He's signing it today.
So
about 3:00. So
a lot of people are mad about that. Well, not a lot of people. The Democrats,
only the crazy people.
The extreme lefts are upset about it. They feel, which is going to happen. The deficit's going to jump.
So I know we said we spoke about this. So Trump's idea of an economics, it works in Texas, so it does work. So he's going to give you more money in your pocket. You're going to spend more money in the economy, and they're going to get that same tax revenue back from you spending instead of them just taking it. All right. So yes, the deficit looks like it's going to be better if it's just on paper, but they're not putting into the factor that if you have more, you're going to spend more. That means the sales tax is going to go up, revenue is going to go higher, and everybody's going to be okay. I mean, people got to take economics course. They don't get it.
I mean, listen, and you also got to take the good and the bad with any bill, right?
Nothing's perfect. No bill's perfect.
No, but the proposal is, right, no tax on tips and overtime.
Right? And they're saying that somehow benefits the wealthy. I never heard of something. I never heard of have you ever heard of a billionaire taking a tip or fucking doing overtime? I never heard of such a thing. But maybe.
I never heard of it either.
I mean, I do a lot of overtime. I know he works a lot too. I mean,
I think it would give people more incentive to work, to be honest with you, because if they know they get an extra few hours a week, it's not going to get taxed. I mean, dude, think about it. You get your check. Let's just do round numbers.
It's half. It was always half of me, dude.
You get, let's say your check's $100. Off the top, you're getting maybe 65, 68 of
and that's without $401k or pension, not like that, or medical.
So you're going to get
like 40% you take home.
But then you get taxed. You get overtime. That's a higher tax bracket. So let's say in your overtime you make another $100. Maybe you're getting $50 out of that 100.
Right.
So I don't understand, how is the wealthy benefiting by it? No.
And in the bill they said that the people that are making between 30 and I think 70, I mean, you can probably fact check, it's around that 30 to 70 are going to feel the most relief because that percentage for that bracket and break is higher. I'm saying 15%, but it probably is not. The liberals are crying though because he gave the top half 2.5% break. We get like 15%. But of course, 2.5% of, I don't know, $1 million is a lot of money.
A lot of money.
But they have to do the math, right? I mean, whatever. They don't even make an income. They live off of capital gains, which has nothing to do with income. So giving them a break doesn't matter. It's not going to be what they say. You got to know how the world works in order to complain. They're complaining about the wrong things, bro. But in the bill, dude, if you're on Medicare now and you're a healthy person, like you're a healthy Medicaid or whatever the fuck it is, you have to work now. You have to work. I see that in the bill. And that's what they were complaining about. That's what the liberals complaining. Why do they got to work?
So you're talking about non-retirement age?
Yes, non-retirement age. So say you're 25. Say you have a 25-year-old kid, they're home with you, whatever, and they're collecting some kind of, they have to work for their benefits.
As long as they're healthy, not on any kind of disability, you're going to have to get a job.
It's going to be great. I love it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I mean,
because again, the true working class, the backbone of America, won't have to continue to get banged over the head with higher and higher taxes to pay for the young, healthy people that are just robbing the system.
What I don't understand, though, is, and I hear this constantly, you probably heard it too, that we're greedy, right? But I'm going to tell you what greedy is, right? You don't work. You have a house over your head that I pay for. You have food that I pay for. You fucking have a medical that I pay for. You go to college free that I pay for. You got a cell phone that I pay for. But I'm the greedy one who wants to keep the money, and I'm the one who's busting my ass.
Yeah,
it don't make fucking sense,
dude.
Bro. That's liberal logic, bro.
That is liberal logic. When that huge influx of illegals came in, Biden was giving them all cell phones and the electric scooters. Even they were getting a form of transportation.
Free fucking $9,000 scooters on the public. No one cares, dude. I don't get it, bro. Whatever. But I'm glad he's signing the bill in. From my understanding, you might have to fact check me, but I heard someone this morning on Channel 2 saying that these taxes were going to be retrofitted to January of meaning January 2025. So it's got signed in that they're going to retrofit the tax brackets to January. So we might get a nice...
So like 6 months though? From the beginning of the year?
Yeah, but they're not going to give you two in cash. They're just going to take it off the back end when you do your taxes.
When you do your taxes.
Which I think is phenomenal. I mean, a guy like us, I mean...
We'll see.
We'll see how it goes. I mean, money's money, bro. But
listen, I'm with you on that. And I also say with everything that happens, everything remains to be seen, right? Everything on paper could look great or could look horrible. Yeah. But then once it's in play and the wheels start rolling, then that's when things come into effect. So everything remains to be seen. The big, beautiful bill can be beautiful, or the big, beautiful bill can be a disaster, right? You don't know until it's in full swing and things are going. So but it's here. It was signed. And then did you see?
No, it didn't sign at 3:00 today.
I mean, well, it passed, right?
Yeah, it passed.
But did you see too, they did something, and I'm going to screw this one up. They had an emergency vote to try to stop. Now it already. How can you?
Yeah, and what's his name? Hakeem Jeffries spoke for like
8 hours.
8 hours or something.
Nobody wants to hear you talk for 8 hours.
It's called a filibuster. They just keep talking.
Well, Booker did it too. A couple months ago,
Booker did it like the longest. I think he did like 23 hours. I give him credit for standing there for 23 hours bullshitting, because I don't know I don't think I can talk 23 hours straight myself. But it's incredible. Like I think there should be rules where, if you don't like it, I get it. I mean, and I got news for you too. The original bill wasn't the bill that passed. It went to the Senate. They changed it around, and actually there were some things in the bill that needed to be corrected. So rural areas, right? They were cutting Medicare for Medicaid or whatever for certain areas, whatever that didn't have a need, meaning less people. The senator from Wyoming is in a very rural area, obviously, bro.
Right.
And they fought to keep their hospitals open, because without that Medicare for that, the hospital might have closed. Okay. So they changed that, whatever. They made a little changes where the only thing I didn't like that they changed, you'll agree, is that in the first bill, illegal immigrants couldn't stay on federal funding.
Right.
It went to the Senate, and they changed it.
So they're going to still get federal funding?
In specific areas. I don't know what the areas are, but specific
maybe sanctuary cities or something?
Sanctuary cities, whatever, but something. I didn't really know. But they're not going to be on Medicaid or Medicare, but they're all going to get some kind of funding still. Medical. Yeah.
I didn't know that. And the liberals didn't say anything about that.
Of course not. They're not. But the Senate changed it. And unfortunately, I actually think it was a couple of Republicans that went along with the change of that, whatever. But that's our government. People don't get, Reagan was so great because he went across the aisle and he made compromise. You're never going to get the bill that you truly want. If you can, you'd be a king, not a president. But I'm glad that they worked it out, and I'm glad that the middle classes get a huge tax cut. I mean, people. I mean, I almost feel like becoming a waiter just so I can fucking I do a little overtime, whatever. Fucking pay for taxes, fucking tips, whatever.
Dude, you gotta do.
You know, I just wanted something. I literally just strippers don't have to pay taxes no more because they fucking live off of tips.
But I'm gonna say with a high level of confidence, they probably weren't paying much taxes.
That is probably true. They took a loss for a fucking boob job, probably.
Never mind that, it's a cash business, and so I'm sure that money disappeared. But no, so I mean, yeah, so that's in effect too. So there's a lot of things in motion that are going on, and I will definitely circle back to what I always say: all your protests and nonsense in the street, destroying the cities and all that other stuff. It's not going to change anything, right? Government's going to move forward. President's going to move forward with his agenda. So you're wasting everyone's time, and you're actually getting people to dislike you even more. I was watching something on YouTube because, unfortunately, when you watch these things, YouTube knows your feeds and algorithms and stuff and what you watch. That's why hopefully you continue to watch Roast Beef and Bagels, and it'll constantly be on top.
Please subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe today and don't miss an episode. But so a lot of the things that pop up are like news feeds and stuff on my YouTube watch list. And then I was watching something with ICE. ICE was doing their sweeps and arrests and stuff like that. And then what they're doing now with the vans of the people that they're arresting, having ICE agents walk around the vans to clear the streets because people are trying to block the streets. So what these lunatics were doing, they were dumping garbage and garbage cans in front of the vans and throwing stuff at the ICE agents. Listen, again, that's assault on a federal officer.
And you get locked up, don't complain.
So they have every right to push and shove. And my favorite is, you run with the camera, don't touch me, don't touch me. Meanwhile, you just threw a dumped garbage on a federal agent. Okay, yeah, don't touch me. But what the ICE agent said, which I thought was classic, the guy runs in front of him and has those, I don't know if every city has them, but those metal garbage cans on every street corner, the public garbage cans. First of all, those things are heavy. This guy picked it up and he flung it, and all the garbage just splattered in front of the ICE agents and in front of the van. It's just garbage, right? The van's going to go over. But the ICE agent said, throw all the garbage you want. This is your city. You live in it, buddy. Because he's just doing his job, right? He's arresting people, and then he's leaving. And then all the garbage now, that's where you live. So if that's what you want to identify as trash, then then throw the garbage in where you live because you are trash. Then that's exactly what you are.
I don't get it, dude. Like, to me, like, I want to protect my area. Like, I don't want to make it look bad. If I don't agree with something, I'm not going to burn someone else's house down. That's my neighbor.
No, why would I want to destroy a CVS or a Target or Walmart?
They won't rebuild. They won't rebuild
where I live, and that's where I need to keep my livelihood going.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, but this is the liberal logic, and this is what people do. You don't make any sense, and you could fight us on it or write comments about it on our post, and we hope you do.
Yeah.
Because we would like to know your side on it, and
like, why would you be willing to accept that?
I wouldn't want to live in trash or garbage.
Well, dude, I went with Bella the other day to see Walgreens on the boulevard, and I haven't been to Walgreens in a long time. Or a CVS I have. I just don't go. And we were up and down the aisle. Dude, everything is locked up. Everything is under lock and key. I mean, I know why they're doing that, whatever. The DA and most of the boroughs, not in Staten Island, but the other 4 boroughs in New York, they say that you could steal up to $600 and they're not going to prosecute you.
They won't prosecute you.
So of course you got to lock it up. But she wanted something, for acne. You got
to hit a bell. You got to wait.
You got to press a button. You got to wait. Then they stay with you and look to see which one you want.
Yeah, they won't let you grab.
They won't let you grab it.
Go in and get it.
Who wants to live in a society like that, dude? Like, I don't want to live like that.
Well, this is what these nut jobs created, and this is now what you got to deal with. It's the repercussion, and of course, who pays is the good people, the working people, right?
Yeah.
So the small percentage of the population that's really fucking it up for everybody else, is making us live this way. But you can't get pissed because I'm seeing more and more pushback from people now.
Yeah.
Right? People are getting fed up.
A lot of Dems are pushing back too, meaning the average Democrat. You know what I'm saying? Like, not these fucking. There's no way that the Democrats in New York are going to vote for this guy. There's no way.
I don't see it either.
No, there's no way.
Especially if you're a Democrat and you own a business.
Dude, he's already talking about raising taxes 30%.
Your business. His idea is to get the private sector squashed.
Yeah, he wants government to run.
Government can run. And who's going to pay for government stuff, first of all? The taxpayers, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to come from our tax. So they want to have a government-owned grocery store. So who pays for government things?
Us.
Taxpayers. So in other words, our tax dollars are going to put up a store that the government's going to make more money off of, right? So technically, think about it. We own the store.
Right.
So we're going to fund that store. And then when we go get the groceries, now we have to pay for what we bought for that store.
And the
So
grocery
you're paying
store,
twice.
the grocery store people that ring the fucking thing up are going to be city workers, and they're going to get pensions and fucking medical and all that other shit too.
So you
Just to ring up fucking apples.
You tell me, like, where's the logic in that? Where the guy's saying, "Oh, we're going to control the pricing." No, you're not going to control the
You
pricing.
can't control the price.
The taxpayer is going to pay for that store, right? So somebody's going to need to own the property, right? So let's say they do get this passed, and there's a city-owned grocery store. If I own the land, you have to pay me rent, right? So the taxpayer is going to pay that landlord rent. Then the taxpayer is going to pay for the construction of that store. Then the taxpayer is going to pay for the supplies for that store. Then,
Payroll.
Then taxpayer is going to have to pay for the payroll. And then the taxpayer is going to go in there to purchase everything they just bought.
Right. And they're already paying for everything.
So we already paid for everything. So should it be for free if
So-
it's going to be city owned?
I might have said this on a podcast earlier when we first started. So if you're on welfare, I actually think there should be, only for welfare recipients, I mean, there should be some kind of setup that the government has, right? Instead of giving you food stamps and money, you walk in, you get a card or a bag, whatever, you fill up whatever, meaning essentials, toilet paper, fucking food, whatever. You should not be able to go with food stamps and buy yourself a 6-pack of beer. You should not be able to go and food stamps and buy Doritos for your kids. That's not nutritious for your children. That's not good. They should, if they're going to do something like that, I think they should do it for people that are poor or on welfare. Set it up where they go in and they get real meat, no frozen shit, that's going to get their kids. I work with kids now. I see some of them, I feel bad. This one kid, I weigh 315, whatever. Kid's 16 years old, 320. The kid's 16 years old, dude, and he weighs 360.
Wow.
And I see him eat, and he
healthy.
just eats
Just junk.
all day. I mean, I feel bad. And it's not healthy. I mean, and I don't know who the parent is. I don't speak to the parents, whatever, but the parents should know what's good or not. I mean, my mother was a pain in the ass. She used to make me eat broccoli. I hated broccoli. I had to eat broccoli. You're a vegetarian, this fucking guy. But bless you.
Thank you.
But my mother made the dinner and I had to eat it. And for the most part, it was Whole Foods. Remember when we were kids? The only thing that we had, remember, because was TV dinners. Remember, once in a while you have a TV dinner. That was the biggest fucking
Hungry
thing.
Man.
Hungry Man. It was. Remember the
Salisbury
steak with the little brownie and
the
potato and corn. I mean, that was the only thing, and it's still, to be honest with you, that was real food a little bit compared to what we have now, dude. You can go into the store. There's no food in any box. Like I have Cheez-Its, bro. Like I should not be eating.
Dude,
There's
I don't
no
know if you
cheese.
remember as a kid, my mother used to get them. They were in this plastic bag, and you would boil the bag, and the bag didn't melt, and the food cooked in the boiling water.
But the bag didn't melt.
The bag didn't melt. I don't know what it was, but she used to get it, and then I used to see it. The water be boiling. She put the plastic, and as a kid, you don't think about it. Like, why?
You don't give a shit. You're fucking eating, right?
And then she would cut it with a scissor, and then she like plop it on the
And
plate.
then it was done.
And that
like
was
a lean cuisine, right? Or some shit, right?
It definitely wasn't lean cuisine. I don't know what it was. But the thing that got me, like today, I think about it, I was like, how did that plastic not melt? And why isn't everything made out of that plastic where it could withstand all that heat and not melt? You think about like, you think about like the little black box when an airplane crashes.
Like, how come that doesn't blow up?
How come that doesn't get destroyed? But why can't we build a house out of it so the fire?
Or the fucking build a plane out of it.
Whatever, the whole plane, so nothing gets destroyed. I don't know, dude. There's some weird shit out there.
Dude, the other thing is, I was looking at this. We're talking about food. That's why. So, again, the liberals again are RFK. Who's the one that just got fired?
From
CNN or something like.
Not Joy. No, she was.
Yeah,
MSNBC.
no. Oh, one of them. All right. So one of the. I think she was talking on some other show about how come over a sudden everybody's concerned about processed food. We had processed food for years. Now this guy's trying to take it away from us. This is bullshit. I'm like, oh my god. So they're fighting for terrorism. They're fighting for fucking. People say I hate America. They're fighting for fucking I don't even know, fucking criminals, and now they're fighting to keep processed food to kill us. What the fuck is wrong with these fucking people, dude? And dude, Trump can say I like water, and they would come out the next day and say stop drinking water. Water is bad for you. Don't turn on your faucet. It's incredible, dude. Dude, anything he says, if I was him, I would play with him. I'd be like, water's great. But, oh no, water's not great. I would say, vegetables are the best. Stop eating vegetables. It'd be crazy, bro.
He's got to say the opposite of what he wants him to say.
Right. I say, oh yeah. So you say, I like vegetables.
No, you gotta say, I hate vegetables. Don't eat vegetables, or don't drink water. It's disgusting. Then they would say the opposite. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's liberal lunacy with most of the stuff on the extreme left. I mean, and it doesn't seem to end, which I think is amazing. It's like, listen, you just got destroyed in an election. Destroyed.
Just shut the fuck up.
Be quiet. I'm telling you.
Just let it rock.
If I was some kind of politician and I was in the Democratic Party, I'd be like, look, we got 4 years to regroup. Let this guy do what he wants. Maybe he'll sink himself.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, you're going to groom your best politicians.
Dude, they want AOC to run for president.
That'd be fantastic.
I would love it. I would. That would be the easiest win we have. Dude, they could run me and you at the Republican Party. We'd win.
They could run this cup and the cup would win. I mean, listen, it would be fantastic if just because you're a mouth, it doesn't make a difference. You're not gonna, like the other one too. Crockett. She's another one. She's another idiot.
She's crazy, dude.
She is another moron. Just because you're loud and obnoxious doesn't make you right or think anyone's actually taking you serious.
And she plays the race card constantly,
all the time. Dude. All the time.
No one wants to hear that shit, bro.
No, that's getting so tired and boring. Especially, I think most Americans, normal Americans, I don't care what color you are, know at this point that it's ridiculous that the first thing that comes out of their mouth is, oh, because I'm black, or oh, because I'm this, oh, because I'm that. No, it's just people are fed up in general. They don't want to deal with the bullshit.
I think I seen a short where your boy used to work with Cuomo, not the Chris Cuomo, and they were saying, they asked the guy, do you feel like it's more racist now than it was in the 60s? The motherfucker said yes. I didn't know what to say to that.
It's true.
No. Black people do not get treated like they did in the 60s now.
No, but what I'm saying, I say people think it's more racist. Is it more? No, it's not more racist, not by any means. No. But people think.
They used to hose you just because you're a specific color. That's horrible,
it was
bro.
Different bathrooms, different schools.
Yeah, you couldn't even drink out of the same water faucet. And this guy's saying, yeah, it's worse now. Are you fucking crazy?
I was going to say people think, because people drop the race fucking word every 2 seconds.
Caitlin Clark is having a problem, bro.
In the WNBA.
Oh, dude, yeah. My daughter, we're going to go see it.
That's straight up racist.
Yeah, and dude, there are people coming out. Who came out? Cheryl Swoops.
Oh, she got in a lot of trouble, though. The former Liberty player.
Yeah, she said something and she got in trouble. I didn't know she got in trouble.
Dude, listen, the NBA players, which is, I think, 80% black league, right? I thought it was higher, but
why do they have a DEI?
They don't have DEI.
Do they have DEI? Why do they have it?
We should be in the NBA.
Yeah, but we should. I mean, we're not too bad. I mean, now, but
the thing is, I think that the WNBA players can't accept that a white girl is changing the face of the league, dude. And now
I would love her.
They just traded for her enforcer, her protector,
the blonde,
Cunningham, another white girl.
She's a beast. You know why she's not afraid? I don't know if you know. I looked it up.
You don't back down.
Dude, she was an ex-football player in college.
She was an ex-football player. I saw that.
And she's an MMA fighter. Dude, nothing's going to happen to her. She is going to fuck these bitches up. I love it. Fuck them up.
So, yes. So, Caitlin Clark, I mean, it's funny that
she got an enforcer now.
It's funny. We're going to the NWA. But, yeah, they truly hate her because it's
I just got Bella jersey.
You did?
Timu, yeah. Dude, they're cheap. I'm going to take her on a couple of Wednesdays. They're coming to New York.
That's got to be expensive, no? Well, not
so I'll be honest with you. They're not regularly. Caitlin Clark's there. It's fucking crazy, bro. I'm waiting now. It's $110 for the cheapest seat, but it's coming down. It was like $250 a couple weeks ago.
I told you got to wait till game day.
Yeah, he taught me.
Wait till game day.
Listen to Bagels when it comes to buying tickets. He knows what he's talking about.
I go to a million things.
You wait the last day.
Wait till game day.
Hey, fucking 9 o'clock in the morning.
What did we do with the Patriots?
Yeah.
And
we could have got cheaper.
I made a mistake.
We went too fast.
We waited till game day before the game started, and we spent a lot.
Yeah, we were high.
We were. If
we were still less, but
5 more minutes, we would have been on the field for half the price. Wait till game day.
He knows what he's talking about. I'm telling you right now.
Wait till, and if you go to a concert and you don't care about the opening act,
just wait until after the opening act.
Just let the opening act play for like 20 minutes. Watch the ticket price go.
Well, dude, I
went to go see the Legends,
and she kissed with the American flag.
I spent Well, I didn't spend. I got a gift. Thousands. The day of the concert, tickets were less than half.
Oh wow, dude.
And I didn't spend. I got it as a gift. Thousands were spent already. Thousands. Not 8,000. Thousands were spent.
Last year, I went to see Chris Stapleton over at USB.
Did you wait?
I waited, dude. I waited to the day, about 4 hours before. They were from 300 down to like 62. And they were decent price. They would be, same thing. He told me to wait for the hockey. I wanted to take my daughter to the Islander games. He told me, wait. I waited. They were like, they weren't too bad anyway, but they were like 90. I think I went down to like 40 something. It was perfect.
And you were right off the ice.
Dude, we were right on the ice. Bella loved it. It was great. Good time. You gotta wait.
So that's like a side note.
But I get nervous though.
Don't get nervous. That's a side note from Roast Beef and Bagels. Wait the day of. If you can wait to go to the stadium, even if you got to pay for the parking. If you definitely want to go,
I don't pay for USB.
You don't pay.
No parking.
I get nervous, dude. I wait, and then you got to walk. I don't understand these arenas. It's $50 to park, and then you got to take a bus from the.
And you got a shuttle. The fuck out of here.
That's
good, but people are willing to pay. They don't give a fuck, bro.
But but getting back to the show, if you're gonna definitely want to see somebody, a Yankee game, a Met game, a Knicks, and go. Even if you're definitely determined, the most you're gonna lose is money you're paying for the parking. If you drive to the place, you go and you wait, and then you boop it on your phone. There's all kinds of websites.
I got TickPick. It's awesome, dude.
TickPick's the best one. No fees.
Bella likes Lainey. I think I told you. Lainey Wilson and Gwen Stefani.
You gotta go.
And then 3 other girls.
You gotta stay hydrated.
This was like a few months ago. This is good stuff. Whiskey.
Water.
No. And the prices were like $200 originally. Dude, I waited to the day before. We got them for $70 a piece.
Told you.
My daughter loves Lainey. We went to go see Lainey Wilson and Gwen Stefani. It was awesome, bro. In King's Theater in Brooklyn on Flatbush. Fucking nice. I mean, the theater's old school. It's an old school theater. Real nice. Don't worry about the helicopter.
We got hell.
Oh my gosh.
We got helicopters.
You get nervous.
I get nervous with everything.
Nah, fuck it. I only get nervous when I'm going to buy tickets in the last minute.
So this is what I mean about Roast Beef and Bagels. We can go from nuclear bombings and from Iraq to buying tickets.
That's what you got to do.
This is what we do.
They don't understand it.
People don't get it.
We're coming to you live, and this is our first holiday special.
This is the 4th of July.
4th of July holiday special.
Holiday special.
We usually do Sundays.
Will it be released on the 4th of July?
We don't know.
I don't know. We got to... Not that we don't edit anything. I don't cut anything out. But, you know,
he adds the
little things that, that does take
time. And we're going out tonight to a barbecue.
To a party. Well, not a party.
We could, you know what we should do? We should do shorts from the barbecue.
We can. We could do little...
We do roast beef. I almost did roast beef and bagel live the other day when the tree fell.
You should have did it.
I know.
You could do beef on the scene.
Beef on the scene. Oh, beef on the scene.
That's a good thing.
I like that.
Dude, my sunflowers are dying. I can't believe it.
He actually thinks that the sunflowers need sun, so they're all fucking dead.
I'm going to water them after the show's over.
Oh,
I'm so upset because they grow nice. It's been raining.
What was it called? What was it called? This
sunflowers.
Fulgari, was it?
Fleischmann.
No, Fleischmann. Dude, you have to have Fleischmann.
I don't know what he is.
Ice and water.
So this is what we mean about roast beef and bagels. We can talk about anything with you, and we hope we make sense of what we're talking about. If not, we want to hear.
We want to hear from you.
We're gonna put the email address at the bottom, and we want you to write to us whether you like us or not. There's one guy that doesn't like us.
Yeah, I see.
I don't know his name.
He said.
He makes fun of us. He tries to troll us.
Yeah, he said something about the Nazis. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. He's got freedom to do it. We respect that. We don't care.
We actually invited him onto the show. So if you do watch this episode, whoever you are, I'm not going to say your screen name, but if whoever watches the show will see his screen name if he starts criticizing us. We actually invited him onto the show. Yeah. Even if he does a video, you know what? I'm going to tell him if he wants to send a video response to things.
That's a good thing.
And we can insert videos into the podcast. So I'll do
and
that.
then we'll respond to the video response.
Yeah. I don't mind.
And listen, we're adults, whatever. It's we're not going to be
nothing bothers us.
We don't give a fuck.
No, in life, you can't take anything personal, right? There's more important things to worry about. Your family, your health.
If you don't affect your family, it don't fucking matter.
It don't matter.
That's why I'm so pissed off when they get taxed in New York.
He hates that.
I fucking hate that. That's my pet peeve. If I have a pet peeve, it's taxes.
What about my pet peeve? Is the sunflowers.
It's the sunflowers.
I'm so upset. I might take a picture of my sunflowers
and put it up. You have to do it.
Very upset right now.
I got it used to. They look sad.
They do look sad.
But maybe a persimmons. Take pictures of your persimmons. They're doing well.
The fig tree's coming
Oh,
out.
the figs. The persimmons is over there.
They come late in the fall.
So the figs are doing well. So we take a picture of the
really good. That tree.
Take a
looks
picture of the
awesome
figs.
again. And it's funny. We just cut off a bunch of branches. That
They're not ready though yet, right?
No. August they'll be ready.
I'm taking some figs.
Oh, you come in and take.
I'm gonna make fig butter.
I make fig bread.
No, this motherfucker. He's like, what's the girl's name who went to jail?
Martha Stewart.
He's like Martha Stewart. I never seen such a thing in my life.
I bake like crazy.
I know him forever, and all of a sudden he starts just baking. I mean, that's probably because of his daughter, but that doesn't matter. I never see it. He's like, dude. You know, who would be mad at you. The guy who yells is the chef.
Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, he would be mad at you.
He would get mad.
He would get mad at you because you don't even go by recipe.
I don't know what. I gotta just do it.
He's doing a bake off with his daughter.
We gotta do a bake off.
And dude, let me tell you something. I'm not gonna lie to you. Irish, what is it called?
Irish soda bread.
Irish.
Oh no, the Irish cream. The Irish cream cake. No, the Irish apple cake.
So we go. Me and Stacy go to New Hampshire. My daughter was up there. Whatever. So we go to an Irish apple cake. I tell him about it. I says it's the best fucking thing. St. Patrick's Day comes. He makes it. It was almost exactly the same. I was very impressed.
Dude, how about the bechamel, whatever sauce?
Oh, you gotta pour it.
Sauce. I had to make double.
And he was like this. You
gotta stir two things at once for 30 seconds.
I didn't even know what the fuck he was doing.
Dude, I was stirring.
I love it.
Crazy.
I love stirring. You gotta make fig bread and put it on top of that, stir on that too.
You like that sauce?
It was great. I had it for a couple of days for breakfast.
There was apples all over my house.
How many apples you had?
Whatever the recipe called for, clearly I did. Either I used too many or whatever. I had fucking.
But there was tons of apples.
Please, I had peels. It was a mess, but it was good.
It was great, dude.
I
loved it.
Thick, dense cake with this hot. I don't know what kind of custard.
I think it was
vanilla custard sauce.
It was really good though. I mean, I'm sure we put up the recipe.
No, it's my secret recipe.
Forget it. Never mind.
Now
you just got to make a cannoli cream pie.
It's easy to make.
No, man.
I can make it. We'll hang up.
Make it right now.
Not a problem.
You don't have regatta?
We'll go to stores right here. And it's not a city-owned store.
Right. So we don't
privately owned.
We don't have to worry about paying something twice.
No, we don't have to worry about paying twice. This is what we mean, roast beef and bagels. This is what we do. So we want to thank you once again for tuning in to another edition of Roast Beef and Bagels. We appreciate it. We want to say happy 4th of July.
Enjoy.
And don't forget what this day is about, right? Freedom's not free. All right. Until next time.
Ciao.
Ciao. Shut this off.